Lalamangan na kaagad nila nung admin candidates yung hindi kilala na tumatakbo. And we experienced that noong 2022. Umiikot ako last few days na sa ito ground operations to. Sinasabi ng mga tao, ay, sir, tumatakbo pala kayo. Iyon na. That's a few days before the elections. Ibig sabihin nun,
Grabe,
ah,
wow.
kasi wala kaming pang-advertisement eh. At 1 million per minute, you can't possibly compete eh. Oo,
Um,
yun.
what is the Sara impeachment aspect here? Na baka tumaas din ang suporta kasi may sense of urgency na we have to have as many of our own in the next Congress para siguraduhin na bago natin pag-usapan si Jesus Cotero, right? Before talking about this, I just want to say in terms of rallying cry, hindi kayo effective na nung na-impeach na si Sara, especially with such an overwhelming number. I mean, more than 70% of Congress, highest ratio, di ba, for any impeachment. Baka nagkaroon sila ng panic mode and sense of urgency. And that's something we want to talk about. The sense of urgency is important, right? Because it allows you to mobilize your base, rallying around the flag. So tingin mo, the impeachment may have played also a role in helping the pro-DDS candidate?
Not really. Kasi ganito, tinitingnan namin ilang service. We've been tracking this service every 3 months. Bumaba yung numero ni Sarah, sunod-sunod from Quadcom, yung first meltdown, then second meltdown, pababa talaga. Then, ano ginawa niya? Meron ba siyang ginawang anything na positive? Wala. Nagsayaw-sayaw lang sa TikTok. O dahil doon, kumaga, ano, yun
Na-defend.
yung nakikita. Oo. Kasi hindi yung meltdown niya, as bad as it was na sa mainstream na kwan siya, hindi niya napasok yung sulok-sulok ng Pilipinas. Kasi sa sa kumbaga news cycle, kailangan saturation 'yon. Hindi lang one big thing, ina-assume natin buong Pilipinas na panood 'yon, hindi. Kailangan 'yun talagang may follow through, sunod-sunod. Bago lang talagang totally kakalat 'yon. Hindi na reach yung point na 'yon. Tapos ano pa, na-counter pa. Naka-counter, grabe yung kanilang counter propaganda. Then may mga
Na
deflection
10
sila,
years na nila
diversion.
na-develop, right? I mean, since
Yan.
2015 pa yung machine na yan, yeah.
Oo, oo. So yung fake news factory nila talagang continuous ang pag-churn out ng fake news. So dumating yung point na yung mga quad committee chairman, sila na yung nagde-deflect instead na propagate yung kanilang mensahe. They were defending themselves kasi binabanatan sila
On the defensive na sila, oh.
social media. Oh, sa
Yung
social media
iba nga,
space.
abante nga yung pangalan, umatras pa rin. But, Sen,
Ayun.
um,
Ah,
Senator, what about the GA issue? Because I think this is where things got a bit weird. I was there dun sa event nyo sa Magdala sa umaga, yung January 31, klaro yung message, impeach, impeach, impeach. Sana naka-pitch pa si, ano, di ba, si Percy. So very clear. Dun sa liwasan ng Bonifacio, yung mga kalaban nyo from an ideological standpoint, pusit-pusit, di ba? Pero nung isa,
ah,
pinunta ako sa EDSA Shrine, wait, bakit ba't andun si Martin Romualdez? Worst budget ever, kasalanan ng moto BBM. So parang I felt that, okay, I'm all for scrutiny of GA or any, but I just felt na, let's not make it too easy for our friends, di ba, on the other side. At mukhang yung machine na sinasabi mo, sinakyan yan like hell. I mean, every time I would
yeah.
post something about Sara and Piatos, Grace, immediately I would see all those bots and all of those trolls. Immediately yung messaging, sinabi nga ni ganito, worst budget ever eh. So
Mm.
like it puts me immediately on
Yun.
the spot. So alam nga,
Na,
atake ko yung kaibigan natin, di ba? Na I know naman good yung intentions.
nako-quote pa sila. Kasi ganito, sinasabi ko nga, there is no such thing as a corrupt budget. There is no such thing. If anybody would insist otherwise, talagang kumbaga walang basis. Bakit? Kasi yung budget, parang ganito. O, sa bahay, nagsabi ka, o ito yung budget natin. 5,000 sa kuryente, ito sa tubig, ganun na, tuition, etc. Paano mo makukumpitan yung budget? Budget pa lang siya. Doon siya sa implementation pag ginastos mo na. 'Di ba? Yun ang corruption. So yung budget per se, it just shows yung priorities or lack thereof ng isang administrasyon. Yung sinasite kasi ni Senator Frank na unprogrammed, yung unprogrammed, that doesn't give you a license to pocket the money there. Kung hindi yung unprogrammed, yan lang yung hindi priority
Kasi
ng
hanapin mo ng
fund.
specific items for that. Yeah. Even
Oo. No,
explain ni Admiral Trinidad sa akin na yung hindi nakaltasan yung 14 billion daw from 15 billion on program yan kasi they're still waiting for the
the funds.
specification na saan nila gagastusin also, yung mga ganon. So,
Hindi,
kumbaga,
I mean, hindi kasi may deficit tayo, Richard. Eh. Ibig sabihin nito, ito yung priority. Ito yung yung
pera
program,
na
ito
tayo
yung
for this.
priority na may pera na tayo for that.
Right.
Ngayon, kung makaka-loan sila doon sa unprogram. Ngayon yung unprogram, pagka binabayad yun, whether it's AKAP or infrastructure project, kung ginawa yung project, di walang corruption. Kung binulsa yun, di doon pa lang yung corruption, not doon sa budget per se. Kaya I'm ano I kept on asking doon sa mga nag-a-advocate nitong budget issue. Okay, you tell me how much was stolen. Kasi sabi mo most corrupt eh. Therefore, something was stolen. How much was it? Walang masabi. Kasi kung meron ka masasabi, then ifa-file mo na dapat yon, whether it's a graft case or a corruption case or an impeachment case. Eh kaso sila na mismo nagsabing hindi pa naman umabot sa presidente. Therefore, hindi presidente. So ngayon, paano to? It is procedural. Their issue was procedural nga sa Senate and House. And ano yon, matatalo sila doon because it's a domain of the legislators. They can suspend the rules, they can create another rule, basta at the end of the day, they will ratify it. Pag sinabi lang approve ito, approve yan. Yung BICAM report, alam nyo bang nobody sees that actually. Yun lang yung ano nila, reference nila. Because all of these things are done orally sa floor. Bine-verbalize nung BICAM chairman na ito yung I'm going to report to the body the results of the BICAM committee report, yan ito. Then it's either you approve it or not. If you if you have doubts about it, magre-raise ka ng question that you will request for a clean copy of the GAB first of the post BICAM na GAB. O titignan mo ngayon. Doon mo ngayon makikita. And I am 100% sure there are no blank spaces there kasi yun na nga yung clean copy. Pag hindi mo ni-request yun
Hmm.
at uh, nag-approve ka or hindi ka nag-question, ibig sabihin nun binigay mo yung consent mo doon na na-approve na, then yun na ngayon yung i-enroll na bill. That's
I,
it. Ganun.
I was told na actually in-email yan in interest of transparency and itong mga DDS ginamit to na
Gusto
weaponize.
nila.
Yeah, like parang FYI ito yung parang running discussion, ito yung
Yeah.
mga tinitignan namin. Parang nagbobuo ka ng painting, sinend mo yung draft for suggestions. Kinuha yung draft na yan and then ginawa ito yung final painting. Tingnan mo napakapangit, diba? So
Oh.
so apparently what happened was that a transparency initiative was weaponized or just completely misconstrued by some folks. I mean, okay, I see the argument to be fair and hmm,
Yes, pero Richard, isa-cite ko lang example. Kunyari may isang senador na nag-file ng resolution giving an award or a recognition sa isang athlete. Kunyari yung pagkagawa, hindi siya maayos, no? Kumbaga, hindi maayos. Ang sasabihin lang nun, okay, subject to style, this this resolution is hereby approved. The subject to style, na-approve nyo na, then aayusin yan ng secretariat, grammar and everything. Pero yun yung understanding nyo na the essence of the resolution would be the one that would be kumbaga brought out dun sa and given dun sa recipient. Ganun yun. And that's by tradition. Kaya sabi ko,
Mm.
ano yung issue dito? Alam mo, mga outsider yung nag-ano eh. Naintindihan natin si Justice Carpio, ano siya, jurist siya, respected lawyer and Supreme Court Justice. Pero yung domain ng Senate, I'm sorry, pero wala
You're
siyang
talking
alam
about
dyan.
the kind of a procedural. Ako naman, just to be fair
Oo.
about this, let's wait for the Supreme Court to come down on this and let's we can work it from there. But yun nga for me naman, it's more from strategic communications and weaponization. Kasi yun nga, ano yung
Yeah,
sinabi
yeah.
ni Zelensky kay Trump na nagalit si Trump, sabi, parang you're saturated by Russian disinformation.
Ah,
Parang hindi niya sinabi na tanga si Trump, pero parang you're just in the wrong environment. Kaya ingat ka lang, di ba? So, medyo ganun din
mm,
tayo, medyo Zelensky tayo. Parang maganda yung intention nyo. I know where you're coming from, pero let's not forget ito yung ecosystem, di ba? Na they're looking for anything to weaponize. Um, Last part of our discussion, Senator. Um, so moving forward, what should be the game plan? Kasi obviously 2025 napakasikip ito and it's hard to see how more than one or two. Sabi nga ni Ronald, baka mag-cannibalize pa nga yung iba kasi obviously it's gonna happen on every slate almost. But how should you play 2025 so that you're strong for 2028? Mahalaga ba na at least one gets through from quote unquote pink? Do we need a pink 2.0 kind of a movement that is much more inclusive, much less elitist, much more, you know what I'm saying, re-energized? Kasi for me, mahirap talaga 2025, but 2028 looks to me much more open. I mean, who knows? Sarah may get impeached. Rafi may not run, right? Martin may force the case, which makes it more competitive and open, right? So I'm
yeah.
seeing 2020 as very encouraging. So yung game plan mo ngayon, dapat meron ka rin eye on 2028, right?
So, your question is kung yung mga pink candidates, do they need to win?
At least one to have a kind of an momentum for 2028, or as long as they just are competitive enough, top 16, top 14, that may be good enough to build up for 2028.
Okay, at this point in time, okay, in the case of Sen Kiko, pwede niyang i-optimize yung kanyang ano, star power ng pamilya niya. And meron siyang at least dun sa just to get a foot on the door para lang malabas niya yung kanyang mga advocacies kasi by his own right si Sen Kiko accomplished naman siya as a senator, but masyadong ang ano yung space masyadong magulo kanya-kanyang ano, iba nagsasayaw lang o ano, but you need to get through, and yung that's the star power that can deliver it for you. Kasi kung hindi mo kayang makipagsabayan dun sa frequency ng advertisements, then
Yung air war,
ma-offset yan.
no?
Oh, okay. Ngayon kay both Sen Kiko and Sen Bam,
The Lenny magic factor. I mean, Lenny
if
said nababawi
yeah,
siya.
yes, if si VP Lenny would go out of her way, magkakampanya sa kanila like anything, mananalo sila.
Yeah, malaki.
But
Yeah.
But if she will just stay sa Naga, kahit wala siyang kalaban doon, I doubt it. So yun yung
So you do
prescription.
believe in Lenny magic that there could be a Lenny bump, right? That if she
Yes.
mobilizes yung you know yung residual and all of that, because she's really a force to reckon with. So where does that leave Riza then?
Hindi. Ito yan.
Mm,
Yung kay Lenin kasi, dahil dati siyang kandidato for president
right.
na hindi niya na harness yung base na yon. Ngayon kung ilan na lang yun ngayon, malaki pa rin yon. She can throw that number, yung residual forces na yon, doon sa mga persa nila Senbam, nila Kiko. But she needs to go around the country. Talagang bubunot siya diyan. Tutulungan niya talaga puso-puso.
But doesn't
That's
that
the only way
overshadow
for.
Risa? But won't that overshadow Risa? Is there a way to? Because Risa is supposed to be the de facto leader of opposition, right? Baka naman Lenny's just trying to make sure she doesn't look like she's throwing her weight around or something like that. I mean, how do you
Hindi,
harmonize that?
hindi kasi. Okay, ang question mo kasi Richard, how do they
Get
win
the
eh?
bump.
Ito,
Yeah.
ito yung prescription.
Okay.
I think si Sen Risa naman kasi, She will not get in the way if that's the formula. She will not get in the way. Pero ito si VP Lenny, does she really want her candidates to win? Kasi siya yung nag-ano she took it upon herself do sa kick-off ceremony na these are the pink candidates, di ba? Ano ba yon? Is it a fire and forget thing or one-off thing? Eh, hindi mangyayari yon. It's not
Kailangan
going to happen.
sunod-sunod I mean, ako, I
Talagang
would say,
mangangampanya siya.
but I would say, Sunny, na,
Bawat
why should it be residual if pwede mo, I mean, there could be a chance to regain some of the pinks na nawala. Kasi ang dami na yung cynical, di ba? I mean, first, if you look at the Okta survey, 20% wala nang pake, di ba? And then,
Hindi,
like,
kaya nga.
another 20%
Kasi,
complete independent, 7% lang yung liberal opposition. So, ibig sabihin, ang dami pang pwede mong magbalik loob, if I can put it that way.
hindi, I totally agree. Pero the only way na makukuha mo sila ulit is kung si VP Lenny mismo ang mag-iikot. Hindi pwedeng magki-kick off lang kayo sa Cavite, then goodbye, I'm going to Bicol. Remember, walang kalaban si VP Lenny doon. She would have the time, the energy, and the resources to help itong mga kandidato niya. If she wants to. If she wants to. Yan yon. Ngayon, if hindi niya gagawin yon at hindi mananalo ang mga pink candidates, then that's it. Di ba?
So it will be
Um,
hard for 2028 in terms of momentum building.
yes. Tapos kasi siya, kung iikot siya ngayon, kumbaga ma-flex niya ulit, ma-exercise niya ulit yung mga makinarya niya in preparation for 2028. Di ba? Pero it's going to really be an effort. Talagang bubuho siya rito.
Heavy
Didiinan niya yung
lifting.
kandidato. Oo.
Heavy
Pero
lifting.
kung ganun-ganun lang, one of, wala. Si Senator Risa, ako, I would advise her, just ano lang, sige lang, build your own base and I think that's what she's doing. Focus on the policy issues which is doing. On guard siya, ang dami niyan accomplishments. Then, if nothing happens sa mga pink candidates sa 2025, magpatawag na ng ano. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, magre-restart, magre-reboot, hindi na yung pink. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, wala na ng leadership eh. Paano pa?
Hmm.
Uh,
Last part, let's talk about your race, Sonny. I saw a couple of memes putting you, juxtaposing you with your, with all due respect to your counterpart, and people were saying, kailangan ba i-memorize yan? Like in terms of, I don't want to be mean, but like yung accomplishment mo, your educational attainments, things you have done for your country, and then yung kabila, I don't want to even talk about the other things, like just basic. Paano mo nasisikmura yan, Sunny? I know it sounds ridiculous because, of course, you're doing this for public service. But let's be honest, maraming tao dyan is parang, bakit ko ba, it's like you're a Formula 1, tapos pinipilit mo sa Formula 3 yung sarili mo, di ba? Like, again, I know it sounds wrong because I know pero at the same time, I think many people would think, bakit, actually, I'll be honest, because you're a friend, Sunny, like that, bakit kasi sa tumatakbo ba sa Caloocan? Sabi ko, ayan na, magkukuyan pag hindi yan nanalo. I mean, I would jokingly say, just to end the conversation. I
yeah.
know you discussed this before. Of course, you feel this is your hometown. You want to save it. I get it. But it's like you're overqualified, some would say. I know it's hard, it's pangit to say it, and no one is really overqualified in terms of public service, but your competition is not even a tenth of you in terms of actual achievements, aside from just being an act of someone. Again, I don't want to be mean, Sonny, but I think I have to be honest about this.
Um, well, unfortunately, yung mga botante sa Caloocan would first need to know about these things, no? I would need kasi yung local is very personal. Sa national, yung national issues, ano yun? Kon sila. Kumbaga, they can defer to you. Pero yung sa local, they would need to know you before they can trust you. Then they need to trust you before they can vote for you. So ganun yung proseso. It's not a given. Hindi pwedeng, oh, dati kang senador, automatic. Hindi. Kailangan makita ka nila, marinig ka nila. At pag narinig ka nila, more or less, mararamdaman kanila kung totoong tao ka. Ganon. Tapos, and it's not enough. Kung gusto pa namin, okay, what do you plan for us? So, kailangan malalatag mo yun sa kanila. Kailangan alam mo yung issues nila. Hindi pwedeng you will just issue motherhood statements, yung mga dekahon. Hindi. Kailangan every barangay has a unique problem and you need to have a deeper understanding about these things. Kaya prepared ka. Kumbaga, it's not as elementary as everybody would assume.
So you're saying,
Mas ano,
Sunny, basically you're saying, Sunny, you're learning from this, that actually this is a completely different ball game. It's not F1 going for F3. This is like Grand Prix. It's a completely
yeah,
different. Sorry for yung lalaki tayo, we use it. But
yeah.
so I see where you're coming. You're saying,
Oh,
actually, na-enjoy ko to kasi and kailangan ko mag-level up. This is a completely different ball game. That's what you're saying.
yes. And dito mo ngayon maintindihan kung bakit nagko-connect si Digong sa publiko. Kasi yung local elections would train them for that. Kaya yun yung nakikita natin na ano. Kasi lalo na hindi naman lahat ng local candidates ganito kasi yung iba they just distribute money or whatever. Hindi rin sila ganun ka-personal. Itong sa amin kasi since we don't have as much resources as the other camp, kaya babawiin namin sa talagang sipag. So mano-mano talaga. And doon mo makikita yon, doon mo ma-harness din yung skill na yon and talaga nakikita mo rin na embrace mo na yung mga local issues and iba siya no, hindi talaga din nakikita ng mga senador yan, even the president unless they went through these phases. Mm.
So no matter what happens, it's gonna make you a better public servant, basically. Yun yung sinasabi mo, Sonny. Last point, let's talk about BBM a little bit because we have a president after all, right? Let's talk about like, wait lang. In fairness to the guy, I mean, the joke was, baka nakinig siya sa vlogs namin ni Ronald, yung lahat ng mga inattack niya, Farmali, like lahat ng kababalaghan. These are things we have been criticizing na walang moral ascendancy yung mga Duterte to talk about good governance or blank item or blind item or all of that. Do you think, so kanina, you were putting VP Lenny on the spot. Ano ba, one-off ba yan? Well, I'll throw that back at you. I'm not saying you're pro-admin, but I'm just saying, okay, then let's put also BBM on the spot. Baka one-off din yan, or do you think this is a beginning, that BBM is finally stepping up? Because the First Lady, I think she has stepped up a long time ago. Last February, March pa lang, sinabi niya, batshot na ako kay Sara. So that got things into motion, right? But now it's iba pa rin if it's the bully pulpit of the president. And that was a very, very intense and this very, that was a good speech, I would say, and very well delivered.
Yeah, and ginagawa niya every sortie. So I don't think it's a one-off thing. And besides, alam niya yung ugali ni Sarah. Nag-cross na line. O, ano na yan? Kumbaga, talagang bad shot ka na. Sabi nga ni ano. And
Burn,
ito yan.
burn, breather na.
Oo, very telling yung pagpirma ni Congressman Sandro Marcos as the number one. That's a message. That act itself is the message. Pangalawa is itong nagsalita siya nung in-interview siya na sinabi niya na gusto mong ipahukay yung lolo ko, ititatapon sa tapos gusto mong ipapatay yung presidente, yung parents niya. Tapos, you didn't expect me to sign it. Of course, I should be the number one. That's very telling. Yun yung saloobin. Iba kasi nakita mo sila the past several months, nagtitimpi sila. May message discipline eh. Don't go there yet. Don't go there. Pero nagbo-boil yun. Itong mga lumabas, nakita mo yun na yun. That's the sentimiento. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, yung mga statements, may pinanggagalingan yun. May pinaguhugutan. Kaya, um,
It's a beginning
yun.
of a new chapter, basically, you're saying. Hindi ito yung tit for tat lang.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
wala na yun. Kumbaga,
Existential na
ito,
to eh. Existential.
existential for both of them. For both of them. Kaya, no one will hold back as both of them realize now.
But
Yan.
perhaps one person I didn't discuss or I want to discuss who may be holding back is Jesus Cordero. Like, I don't want to do the microblading. I've overdone it. Dami ng galit sa, Richard, wag mo nang bully si Cheese kasi ikaw natural ang kapal ng eyebrows mo. Eh. Sabi ko, okay, okay, okay. Di ko na sasabihin Mr. Microblade. But ano ba nangyari kay Cheese na yan? Is it a malasado thing? Is it he just doesn't have the numbers in the Senate and is playing safe? Is it, kasi forthwith, I think we're pretty clear. Hindi mo na kailangan i-thesaurus pa yan or pa sa Supreme Court yan. There has to be an action. At least the preliminary steps should be made even if the next Congress is to operationalize it, right? So, anong basa mo from the cheese event priorities? Sabi ko nga iba, after SONA pa daw. I mean, like, my goodness. Why wait so long? That's crazy.
Ganito yan. Doon sa statement niya, mababasa mo yung mga nangyari. Then, based on the, kumbaga, inside stories there in the Senate, I think the dilemma of Senate President Cheese is yung paano i-manage yung mga different blocks. Kasi remember, very, ano yung, yung position niya as Senate,
Fragile, fragile, yeah.
very fragile. Kasi pag isang bloke lang lumipat, kick out na siya. So, if he wants to reach yung June 2, then just stay in the middle. And I think that's what he's doing. Naiintindihan ko siya, iniintindi ko siya. But then there's this constitutional duty, yung forthwith, yan yon. Another dilemma dyan, or another what's this situation dyan sa
Consideration or
Senate.
reservation, yeah.
Oh, hindi, at this point, at this time, karamihan ng mga senador out of the country yan. Nagjo-join ng mga conferences, IPU, iba nagbabakasyon. Yan yun. Kumbaga, matagal na na-book yung mga Airbnb dyan o hotel o kung ano man. And yung IPU nangyayari yan at this time. So, International Parliamentary Union.
Yun, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so lumalabas ka na doon. May mga speaking engagements ka na doon. So, ang hirap mo silang i-gather at this time. Kaya, ano yon? You have to
Can
manage
this be
those
forced?
things
I
eh.
mean, can the
Ha?
other branches come in? Can the Supreme Court compel them? Can the president and the Congress do something about this? Ano yung mga mechanisms to push Senate to do its job?
Public pressure. Public pressure, yan. Kaya ang sinasabi ko dito, um, yung dilemma iniintindi ko siya, I'm trying to figure out, but for sure, hindi niya to ginagawa dahil nagtitrip siya.
Yeah,
I
of
am
course.
sure.
I understand.
To his credit, ginagawa niya yan dahil ini-interpret niya yung forthwith na may flexibility. Hindi. Because he is forced to by circumstances. So, mga nasa bakasyon yung mga senador, kailangan mo i-manage yung mga yan. Hindi mo yan papatawag na tipong punta kayo dito lahat. Pag ginawa mo yan sa mga
You cannot
senador,
do that in
tanggal
the
ka din.
Senate. Yeah, yeah.
Tanggal ka kaagad. So, yun. Um, it's unfortunate na itong impeachment trial nakabinbin. But I am confident ano yan, gugulong at gugulong yan. Whether mag-start sila ng June 2, mag-start yung trial ng July after SONA, for as long as ang dulo is conviction, I can live with that.
Do you think a Tito
For as
Soto
long as
would be?
dulo.
Do you think Tito Soto would be a better Senate president to oversee, considering things he did back in the day when basically your Senate was under siege and he had to hold the line for the? I mean, given the respect he enjoys among colleagues and peers.
Ako kung ability wise si Senator Soto ano yan yung tinatawag natin na parliamentarian. I think he's one of the best parliamentarians there kasi may institutional memory siya since 1992. Nag-majority leader yan, nag-Senate President. And nag-aaral yan ng rules, and he takes care of the tradition of the Senate. So kaya nga one of the best parliamentarians yan. Underrated lang kasi of the school
The
bukol days.
Itbulaga
Yeah,
branding and
oh,
all, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Bulaga. But I've seen him up close, and his heart is in the right place pagka crunch time. Okay? Ano yan, I worked with him, so komportable ko doon. Si Senator Cheese naman, magaling yan. Magaling rin yan. If he wants to. Alam mo, kung mag-display yan, kung maging presiding officer sa impeachment trial, may impress lahat ng mga
Eh,
tao eh. Kaya nga, I can imagine, grabing sama rin ang loob niya that he can
ik-
display that.
Hindi niya ma-sports mode. He has to.
O hindi niya ma-display yan because of yung by force of circumstances. Kaya yun.
Ikit ang kamay niya. Basically, you're saying he has one hand.
Ipit.
Yeah.
Ipit ang kamay. Oo.
Yeah.
Kaya ganun lang ako, binabasa ko lang ito, no? Of course, at the end of the day, hindi pa rin na tinutuloy. Kaya marami pa rin nagagalit. And that's valid. That's very much valid. Kaya yun ang kundi ni Cheese. Yan din ang dilema niya. Mm-mm.
On that very understanding, mabait mode, parang na-disappoint ako. Sonny, I was thinking we will end on this like, dami natin a while, but it's good to hear na actually very understanding, mabait. And I'll be honest, you're not the only one, Senator, who told me na actually Tito Soto is a man of the institution. Again, because of the Itbulaga, there are other things I want to talk about. We can talk about. Let's not go there. Iba yung reputation niya, but in fairness, you're not the only one. I've talked to a couple of other senators na I trust, and I said, hindi, gusto namin si Tito Soto, we respect him. So ito yung time na si Cynthia nagpo-position, di ba? After nag-number one siya nung 2019 race. So thank you so much, Senator Trillanes, for that very compassionate, very understanding.
Sabi mo mag-behave eh. Sabi mo, advance tayo eh.
Wala po
Hindi.
sinabi na. Wala po
Hindi.
sinabi na tayo. Constructive messaging.
Exactly. Hindi, pero talagang I've seen this senator's work. Si Senator Soto, level-headed yan. And ano yan, he's always rooted dun sa rules of parliament, yan, Senate rules. Kumbaga, ano yan, nag-aaral siya in that
Yes.
regard. Kumbaga,
Yeah,
okay na, ano yan, presiding officer.
on that note,
Yan.
thank you very much, Senator
Thank
Trillanes, for
you.
giving your time and good luck to your campaign. Again, sorry kung mean ako dun sa kalaban mo. I just, but you tama ka. This is a completely different ball game, and I'm sure we can have a different conversation, hopefully in person soon, dyan sa Caloocan mismo, in terms of what are the lessons you're learning. Kasi talagang mahirap maging mayor eh. We had Alan Herman on this show and my other show na who said something like, ngayon, people are dividing. Pag yung national, pang distraction yan. Yung local, doon sila sumisingil. Ayusin mo yan. You have to provide this and that. So, the requirements of the job are very different. So, I regret using that F1 for F3. This is a completely different race. So, thank you,
Yeah.
Senator Trillanes, for that very instructive intervention. And very humble note. Ang bait natin ngayon, Senator Chance. Maybe next time na lang tayo ulit nagmakawait tayo. Mabuhay po kayo. God bless and talk to you soon po.